Now, we are very happy to be in Vizag after a gap of 3 years, and we want to spread that happiness around. So there are more gifts coming your way, and I'm going to pose you a question which is related to the next session that's coming up. We have a session coming up from Domino Printech. Can someone tell me what are the solutions for the pharma industry? Is there anybody else who wants to try?
QR coding, and then what is it? Barcoding solution and printing on individual pockets of some strips also, if it is there.
Raise your hands if you know the answer. Kalyani.
Domino is showcasing barcoding.
That's right. The model that they are showcasing today.
So
it's on the banners.
It is showcasing the printing with the laser technology.
Okay. Can someone from Domino's team help me with the answer?
Printing on files
right?
also.
Okay. Which was the best answer of all that was? Our next speaker is Mr. Sandeep Vadakattu. Please come on stage so that Mr. Vadakattu can you please come.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
speaker is Mr. Sandeep Vadakattu, Senior General Manager, Agriculture and several other sectors. Today he'll speak on improving efficiency and sustainability through Industry 4.0 coding and printing technologies. Over to you.
Thank you. So, good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you for coming to this event and making it so lively. I thank all the speakers who spoke before me for giving such wonderful insights, and most of the insights fall in the theme on which I am going to speak, which is about efficiency, which is about sustainability, and how technology is going to help it. So Industry 4 is a terminology we are using for automation, the next level of automation where the industry is moving forward. So how our printing technologies, the coding technologies, marking technologies, and printing technologies are going to enable you in improving efficiency, at the same time contributing to sustainability. So like few of the delegates have told what we do in our business. So we help our customers to print on the products, to code on the products, to mark on the products, to help identify the products, at the same time to print traceability codes like barcodes or data matrix codes or QR codes onto the products or onto the packaging. So we work with almost all the manufacturing industries, right from food, beverage, pharmaceuticals, and construction, building and construction material, cable and wire, and so on and so forth. A bit about Domino Printech India. So we are a global organization. We operate in 120 countries. In India, we were established in 1996. We are over 350 employees. We have a factory at Manesar in Haryana. We have over 30,000 active printers installed and running across the country, across different industries. We have over 100 service locations, so we are very close to the customers. So we are quick to reach out whenever there is a support requirement. In the last 2 to 3 years, we have become the leading supplier of coding and marking equipment to the pharmaceutical industry. So what do we provide? We provide everything that is required to make your packaging or to make your product identifiable in the supply chain or traceable in the supply chain, right from product to right from primary packaging to secondary packaging to tertiary packaging. So up to pallet, we have solutions to print whatever is required on whichever packaging you have across the production line. So sustainability and efficiency, this is what has been predominantly the theme, though the lens through which it is being seen has been varying. So sometimes we are looking at the lens from the quality perspective, sometimes we are looking at the lens through a supplier perspective, but essentially the whole world is moving towards these important things, which is sustainability and efficiency. So our purpose statement, the one which drives us, the why of our organization, is to apply industrial printing expertise, that is what we do, with reliable solutions to help world's manufacturers be sustainable and cut waste. So we want you to be efficient, we want the cost of your product to be as low as possible with whatever we can bring as value to your products. At the same time, this whatever you're printing is useful to attract consumers with beautiful packaging, to inform customers, and also in helping protect the end customers from spurious products. So we as an organization have adopted 6 of the 17 UN sustainability goals, and we are actively working on 6 of these, because what we could understand is our business relates to these 6 more than the other. So we are focusing on these 6. So how we are going to achieve that? We are going to achieve that with responsible technology, in collaboration with people. Again, collaboration is one of the key themes which was brought by earlier speakers, and by applying expertise. So this as a combination, we are very confident that we are going to bring you revolutionary products and services to help your manufacturing process get more and more efficient from the perspective of coding, marking and printing. So one of the popular thing that we apply onto the bottles is labels. So most of the US products, US exported products, are labeled to enable identification. So we have migrated from the traditional technologies using stamps to continuous inkjets to thermal inkjets, and there was movement towards thermal transfer printers. So on your tables, you would be seeing the white labels, completely white labels. So if you can pick that is the sample which is printed with a thermal transfer printer. So the advantage of this over thermal inkjet is it helps in reducing your reject rates by 1%. So which tantamounts to a huge savings per annum and huge reduction in waste. The next gen is laser coding. Again, the label with a black window and a white window. So here, for doing this printing, we are not using any ink. It's being done using a laser beam. So effectively, you are not adding material onto your product. You are removing a few microns of the material from your product to generate a permanent code. So this is where the future is. This is where the efficiencies are. With laser, your efficiencies are going to go to the next level. I'll explain the benefits of using a laser a little later. So with the TTO, which is the white label which I've shown you, you can look at the print quality. It is consistent across different speeds, be it 130 bottles per minute, be it 150 or 176. So this is the advantage which TTO brings over the thermal inkjets, the consistency. So the savings, conservative estimates of using a thermal transfer printer in place of a thermal inkjet for label coding is nearly 15 lakhs per annum. If we go with the present rates, this is a slightly older calculation. If we go with the current trends, this would have increased by 15 to 20% in the last 2 years. So selecting the right technology is the key, and it helps you improve your efficiency and cut waste. Like I told you, laser is the future. Let us look at how laser is being used to print on labels. So this is a Weiler labeler. It's a German company. So the labels are going at pretty high speed, and the labels are being marked with the laser. The little spark which is appearing in the middle is where the print is happening. So this is adopted widely in the Western world. The American market is full of lasers. So Indian market, we are seeing the trends from the last 2 years slowly and steadily picking up. I'm sure this is where the future is. Each of the lines efficiency is going to go to the next level by adopting this technology. Similarly, for coding on cartons, it's migration from thermal inkjets again to lasers. So this is typically how the lasers and installed lasers look. It's a very nice video of laser installed on an Ullman cartonator. Pretty high speed. Just imagine when you are having such an efficient line, a really high speed line, if you have to keep changing the cartridges to keep the line running, if you have to stop the line for a minute or 2 minutes, even that is waste. It brings down your efficiency. At these kind of speeds, laser seamlessly gets integrated and keeps printing onto each and every product. And by the way, these are amazing cartonators. So you can look at how the lasers are printing on each of the boxes. That's it. It happens like this. It happens in a few milliseconds. And the fumes are nicely extracted and removed from the shop floor using fume extraction mechanism. So it's absolutely safe to be used in any packaging environment. Like I was telling, what are the benefits? Your laser codes are permanent. These are indelible. Instant coding, no mess on the shop floor. Flexible messages, you can have your orientation of message in whichever way you want. You want to print it in a tower format or a horizontal format, it is possible. High efficiency, there is no technology which can beat laser in terms of efficiency. Just slightly deviating from the pharmaceutical environment, if we look at the beverage industry or the tobacco industry where the line speeds are to the tune of 800 products per minute to 1000 products per minute, they depend on these lasers to print on every single product. The bottles which are on your table are coated with lasers. The bottles of Coca-Cola, Pepsi are coated with lasers, and this is the preferred laser because it brings hell a lot of efficiency onto the line. Minimum maintenance, next to nothing. The operator has nothing to do. He just has to switch on and switch off the product every day whenever he wants to do the production. There is no day-to-day inventory management because there are no inks. There is nothing to be managed, and absolutely it contributes to sustainability. Makes your product economical when you scale up, and it is very friendly to the environment. You imagine the number of cartridges you will be taking out of your shop floor on a monthly basis, 50, 100, 150, so much of plastic and electronics embedded. So that is all e-waste. So in this case, there is no such e-waste which gets generated from this technology. So the next thing is, okay, if so much advantage a laser brings, then what must be the investment? So we have done ROI analysis. So for low speed lines, if the products per minute in the line is 140, the line speed is 140, the payback period is in 1 year and 2 or 1 year and 3 months. If the line speed is 60, then the payback time is taking 4 years. Otherwise, generally most of the lines in pharmaceutical industry runs between 100 and 200. So you will get your payback in less than 2 years. In high speed lines, again, if the speeds are up to 300, you can get your payback in 1 year. The laser model is different. So essentially, the paybacks are quite quick. It is about adopting the technology at the earliest. We also supply fiber lasers to help identify the canisters, to help identify the vials, to help identify the medical devices. So we can print beautiful, scannable, machine-readable codes. We also have an electron microscope to check the depth of the code. We don't want to tamper the packaging. So we give you that assurance that this is the maximum depth that the laser has taken the material out. So from quality perspective, you can be assured as to what the laser is doing. Your product has no impact whatsoever on the performance of whatever you're packing inside. Again, automation removes the scope of errors. The moment you remove the scope of errors, you get efficiency, you get less waste, you work less on correcting the things, kappas. So print and apply systems help in applying labels automatically onto shipper boxes or pallets, thereby eliminating the need of manually pasting the labels, so eliminating the scope of human error. This is an environmental friendly alternative to print on shippers, the piezo printing. This can, if your boxes are porous, so you can use this technology to print high resolution codes on the shipper boxes. Spurious products, it's a problem for everybody, right? Every industry. So if you want to print codes that are only visible to you when you use a particular kind of light, then these are the inks that you can use, the UV inks. So the codes printed with the UV readable inks are not visible to the naked eye. They are visible only when we put it through UV light. So you can develop procedures to identify what are the spurious things in the market by taking these kind of initiatives. Printing is one part of the whole story. What about the print rejects? Again, a control mechanism is required. A printer may be 99.999% efficient, but even that 0.001% rejects when they're coming. We don't want to depend on a human eye to do that. So we have vision systems which can look at the code, do the analysis, say this is good or bad, and then provide necessary signal to the line to reject if the code is poor. This is what is the next level, wherein the whole blister foil, whatever is your width, you can customize it and print it there and then just before the production. So you need not run around the vendors to get your packing material ready to do a small batch production. So these can be put in-house. The whole artwork can be printed using the Domino digital printer. It's monochrome, high resolution, very fast. This technology can also do unit serialization. A small video on it. This isn't working. Next slide, this isn't working. Demonstrated what our products can do. I'll be showing a small video on what our services can do. Using augmented reality, how any machine which is down can be attended to remotely by experts. So what we see, what the operator sees, and what the expert Domino engineer sees is exactly the same at the same time, and it is interacted through a very simple mobile app wherein we can pause, we can point, we can highlight as to what needs to be done, a message can be put, and the same thing can be added to a service report, which you can use again for your kappas. So this is the next thing wherein the telephonic support is something which we all know. But when we do or when we give telephonic support, we don't see the printer, we imagine. and operator is not always an expert of what is happening on the printer. So whenever this tool is used, the communication becomes seamless, and the resolution times, we have proved that the resolution times improve pretty high, pretty fast. And the analytics, which is similar to the analytics which our colleagues from Merck were speaking, with the cloud interface, Domino printers can be connected, so you will know what is the volume of consumables your printer have, what are the frequent faults that are coming, what is the printer availability, what is the performance in the last few months, last few weeks, last few days, last few hours. You can have customized stuff around in the reports. So all the printers which are there on the shop floor are available on the dashboard like this. So you can select whichever printer you want, look at the statistics pertaining to that particular printer. All the vitals are displayed, and all this happens through secure cloud. So these are the OE dashboards. Email alerts are triggered through the cloud interface. So one cloud device for one shop floor is sufficient. So all the printers in a shop floor can be connected to one cloud device, which keeps giving you the data on almost a live basis. Maybe 10-15 minutes of lag is what is there, depending on the kind of connectivity we have. Another problem which most of you must be facing when you have more printers on the shop floor is, operator goes to each of the printers to put the message in it. So imagine if you have 6 production lines like the one in the layout, an operator has to go to 6 into 3, 18 to 18 different machines to enter the message that is to be printed. It is scientifically proven that for every 300 clicks we do, there is a possibility of one error. There is research done around how many clicks it takes for a human to make an error. So for every 300 clicks, if we are not very careful, the error may also skip from our viewpoint. So what we can do is we can control what message is to be sent to each printer centrally. So once we do that, there is absolute control. So the person who makes the message, his job is done. The one who is sending it to the printer, approving it, that is also time stamped. At the same time, the person's signature is also done. If you want to take the data from your ERP system and send it to the printers, that is also possible. So this is again automation to the next level. So how to quickly summarize how we can improve efficiency and sustainability on the production lines. For label coding, if you are not in a position to change the artwork, migrate to TTO technology, your savings will start instantaneously. Laser is the way forward. So in whichever journey you are in development of your products or growing your products, keep a view on lasers, because that really improves efficiency. Same thing with carton coding. Lasers are the technology to where each of the production lines eventually will move. The sooner the better. The sooner we save more money. Blister packing, there is a lot of wastage of foil, pre-printed foil. We get small batches printed, we bring it, we take that buffer, extra 5 kgs, extra 10 kgs, and then we get the batch number and stuff printed. So once the production is done, you can't use that foil once again, so all that foil goes out as waste. So that whole waste can be prevented by using in-house digital printing technology. Label print and apply application, we have already discussed. UV readable inks we have discussed. With the Industry 4 enabled products and services, whatever printers you have now, whatever Domino printers you have now, they are cloud enabled. So you can opt for these services. These are available at, when we look at the value, it is almost available at peanuts. Nothing, it costs nothing. So you please look at exploring this particular services, this particular technology, and help improve your own efficiency and improve sustainability overall. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Any questions, I'll be happy to take.